Good afternoon, everybody. What is going on? I am Jeffgrantmedia. In today's real user review, we're going to be taking a look at the FiFine, not 100% sure how they pronounce it, H8 headphones. Now, to get this out of the way, right up top, someone from FiFine reached out to me and asked me if I want to take a look at the headphones. I said yes, so they did send me these for free, but all of the opinions in this video are mine and mine alone. I did not share this content with them prior to publication. They will see this when you do. Also, we're in a different setting. We're not in the studio at the house because I forgot my lunch today, and I'm not really that hungry, so I decided that because this is the place that I've actually used these the most, I would just, use my 30 minutes that I'm not going to be eating lunch today to shoot a quick real user review. But we're going to start by unboxing the H8s. In the box, we have the directions, we have the headphones themselves, an 1/8 inch to 1/4 inch cable, and an 1/8 inch to 1/8 inch cable. The H8s are equipped with a 50mm dynamic driver with 20 Hz and 20 kHz frequency range. They are an over-the-ear headphone and have passive noise canceling. So I've been using these H8s here at work for probably a month or so, maybe a little bit more at this point. I've been using these for editing in Premiere, Adobe Audition. Use these for, we don't use Zoom meetings, we use Microsoft Teams. It's the same basic concept, it's just a different product from a different company. So I use these in conjunction with my microphone when I'm doing Teams calls, because half the office is still working remote, half the people are in the building, and it's a big building, so now people, instead of walking from one end of the building to the other, they just call you, and because everyone is so used to Teams, they end up using a Teams chat rather than the actual phones anymore, because they got so used to Teams working from home for like 2.5 years. So I actually use these quite a bit. In addition to that, watching YouTube videos on my lunch break, listening to some music on YouTube while I'm eating lunch, things like that. So I have used these for a variety of purposes, but these are supposed to be studio monitoring headphones. Now I will say, I'm torn with the two cables. I like the fact that I have an 1/8 inch to 1/8 inch cable and an 1/8 inch to 1/4 inch cable, because when they give you the cap that comes off, I always lose the cap. And then when I do need to go to a 1/4 inch for some reason, I don't have it. But the fact that I have two different cables, now I have extra bulk that I need to clean up. So it's personal preference really more than anything, that I like having the less equipment to worry about, but without fail, every time they give you the adapter that you would slide the 1/8 inch or 1/4 inch over the 1/8 inch so you have that connection, I always lose it because it's small. I try to stick it in the drawer, I stick it in one of these things on my desk, and it doesn't matter. I lose it anyway. So I like that I have this because I'm less likely to lose an entire cable than I am the little adapter, but now I have all this extra bulk. In addition, one of the things I do like is that I have a lot of cable here. So I can kind of just stretch, so if I'm plugged into my speaker here and I wheel away from my chair, I still have a whole lot of slack. Because with a lot of my other headphones that I've used in the past, that cable is quite short and I don't have a lot of distance, so usually it's I drop something on the floor and I bend over to pick it up, and the next thing I know, my head's getting tweaked because I don't have enough cable to actually get me there. So I like that I have enough cable to actually move around a little bit. I'm not restricted to this little like 2 to 3 foot range from where I'm plugged in, so I got a lot of space. And with the coil, it has had a lot of elasticity to go back. It hasn't stretched out, so even though I have a lot of give to it, it does coil back up fairly nicely, so I don't have extra slack that I then also have to deal with. Because if I have too much slack without that coil, I'm getting caught on the arm of my chair, and that is very annoying. Now, prior to me moving into this space, I was in a temporary space where I did wear headphones all day long because I shared a space with another person. And here, I don't necessarily wear these all day long like I used to, but I still do wear them for quite an extended period of time. And these are true over-the-ear headphones. My whole ear is inside of the cuff. They do feel comfortable, and having worn these for extended periods of time, usually I think the longest I may have worn them is a little over an hour in some meetings that went long. I had no issues with the comfort. They did feel pretty good. They weren't annoying me sometimes because I wear glasses. It presses in, and you can eventually feel the glasses digging into your ear and the headphones pushing in all the pressure, and it's uncomfortable. I did not have that issue at all with the headphones. So comfortability, they're really good to wear. Distance, be able to get a little bit further from my point of connection is really, really good. I have a lot of access. I have a range of motion, I guess I should say. So we talked about all of the positives of comfortability, but you're here to know about how these things sound. And again, I've used these for multiple applications, whether that be editing in Adobe Premiere, working in Adobe Audition, just watching a YouTube video, listening to some music, or on a Teams chat. I have put a lot of time into these headphones, and I can honestly say the sound quality, it's okay. It's not great. They do sound a little thin to me. They're not very dynamic. There's definitely not enough bass in them for my needs. I feel like they're just a little bit too low and empty, a little bit of like a tinny sound, if you will. Not necessarily talking through a tin can telephone, but still tinny nonetheless. So I think they're on the fence. I mean, if you have $37, they're like $36.99 on Amazon right now, and you don't really have a huge budget, they will get the job done. They're not terrible, but I think in that like $40 price range, there are some other options that will probably suit your needs a little bit better. Yeah, they're comfortable. Yeah, you got a lot of slack, and the coil works really well for kind of taking care of some of that cable management, but that's only maybe a quarter of what you want on your headphones. You want sound quality out of your headphones, and I can honestly say that the FiFine H8s, they don't really have the sound quality that I was after. So I can honestly say if you found these on sale for like the $25 range, yeah, they're like a $25 headphone all day long. But as far as like, once you hit that $40 range, it seems like there's a large jump from that $25 to like $40 range, and you can actually get some decent headphones for like a $40 price range. So like, you're not going to get no Beats or any really high-end headphones and any really, really dynamic range out of a $40 headphone. But I've had some good luck with some other headphones in that $40 price range, and I've been satisfied with them. So honestly, I'd say if you get them for like 25 bucks, maybe give them a shot, get them from Amazon. So if you do hate them, you don't like them, you can still return them. But for like $36.99, I'd say that's a little overpriced for what these are. Sure, they're comfortable. Sure, I got a lot of range, but I don't have the audio dynamic range that I'm looking for in a headphone. So I'm gonna go ahead and say, sorry FiFine, but pass on their headphones. So if you like this video or any of my other videos, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Smash that big red button and ring that bell right next to it so you get notifications next time I post a brand new video. Now, I'm gonna eat some lunch. Good night.